I know most people struggle with getting a moist vanilla cake. This cake remains moist for 5 days at room temperature. This is a plush and fluffy cake. These are the ingredients list. Welcome to Delic Flame, tasty, healthy and easy recipes. To the bowl, add all-purpose flour. You can use cake flour also. You don't have to sift cake flour or all-purpose flour. In this recipe, add baking powder, add salt. Once you mix everything, keep the bowl aside. And take another bowl and add eggs, and you need to beat it for around 5 to 6 minutes. Why I love this recipe is that usually to get a soft vanilla cake, you need to beat butter and sugar, or you need to separate egg whites and beat for a long time, or you need to add condensed milk. All these steps are avoided. Even if you don't have a machine, you can still get the texture with a hand whisk. Once beaten for around 10 seconds, you can add the sugar and beat it high speed if you are using a hand blender for around 3 minutes. Beat for 3 minutes and you can see how the color changes from pale yellow to white color. Always when you are making cake, make sure your cake pans are buttered and lined with wax paper, and preheat the oven. This is the first step you have to do always. Onto the pan, add milk and butter. Just heat the milk until the butter melts. Make sure you are not boiling the milk, or make sure there are no bubbles coming, which will definitely affect the rising. Also, don't do this step in advance and cool the milk. So this is also one important step in this recipe, that is using melted butter. Continue beating the eggs for around 2 to 3 minutes. You can see the volume will double, and once it's done, you can stop the machine. The next step is adding the dry ingredients to the egg mixture. So what you have to do is mix the dry ingredients in 3 parts and beat for 5 seconds, and finish the third part by mixing it with a spatula or using a hand whisk so that you don't overmix. Just mix it for 20 seconds to get a smooth batter. Once that's done, you can pour 2 ladles of the cake batter to the melted milk and butter so that it forms a smooth paste and both mixture will come to the same temperature, and mix it back to the cake batter. And another secret for this soft cake is oil, and add vanilla. If you see my chocolate cake recipe, I have not used butter, only oil, and that remains moist for a long days. Mix it for 10 seconds and your cake batter is perfectly ready. Pour to the cake pan and bake for around 190 degrees Celsius for 35 minutes. Cool for 10 minutes before removing from the pan, which is a very essential step. Your cake is ready. I have made in 2 cake pans, and with this recipe it's easier to get a flat top. Even if you halve this recipe, you can still get 2 layers because it will be a tall cake once you made. I will show you how soft and plush this cake is. This can be served for your tea cakes. You don't need any cream for it, but I'm going to layer this with some cream. I'm going to make a layer cake. I will upload adding the cream in a different video. this sponge cake can be used for many other cake recipes like Victoria sponge cake or any other fruit cakes. These are the ingredients list. If you like my recipe and video, please do subscribe.